This is Tech Math. I can spell math. I can't. I can't spell math. I can't spell tech either. Tech Math 2, and we're in section 3-3. And what we're going to do is solve right triangles. So if we have a right triangle and we know anything at all about the right triangle, we're going to go and we're going to label our sides and angles the same way every time. The biggest angle is going to be C. The guy to the left is going to be A. The guy remaining is B. And whatever the side opposite is of the angle, that's going to be the length. So little a is going to be the length opposite A, and so on. So we're always going to label our triangle that way. And we're going to be consistent with that for the rest of the book. So after we solve right triangles, we still have to solve other triangles, right? So we could have triangles that aren't right, that are different than right, that we do later in other sections of the book. But right now we're only dealing with triangles that have a 90-degree angle in them, which makes them easier to do. Number 1. So I've got a right triangle. I know I got 4 feet here, and I've got 8 feet there. And but I don't know A, and I don't know B, and I don't know little c. So I need to know A, B, and little c is what I'm looking for. Okay, so which one do you want to go for first? Little c, good choice. So c squared is equal to 8 squared plus 4 squared, Pythagorean theorem. C is going to be the square root of 64 plus 16, the square root of 80. 80? Square root of 80? And so that ought to be okay. And the square root of 80 is okay, so we got 80 over here. We have 2 times 40, 2 times 20, 2 times 10, 2 times 5. So that'd be 4 to the square root of 5. So C is going to be 4 to the square root of 5 feet. And because we were given our answer in 4.00 feet and 4.88 feet, we probably want it to 3 significant digits. So 4 times the square root of 5, 8.94. 8.94 feet. All right. So now we have to come up with what A and B is. Okay, so the sine of A is the opposite, 4, divided by the hypotenuse, 4 to the square root of 5. So A has to be the arc sine of 1 over the square root of 5. All right, so arc sine button. 1 divided by square root of 5, close parentheses, and 26.6 degrees. All right, well, at that point we know that 90 plus 26.6 plus angle B has to be 180, because the sum of the angles of the triangle is 180. So we'd use that and say B is 180 minus the answer minus 90, and it would have been better just to put in a 90, right? 63.4. So now we know that A, 26.6 degrees, 63.4 degrees. Add them together, we get 90. Yeah. Okay. And A is a smaller angle, it's got the smallest side. B is a bigger angle, it's got a longer side. Idiot check. That's what that's all about. We're just checking to make sure we got it right. Okay, moving on to number 10. Let me check how far this goes. Only to 34. Number 10. So looks like I got pretty much the same thing again. I don't know A, I don't know B. But I do know that this is 120 yards. And the B side is 950 yards. Alright, so I'd, to find little c, I would go and use Pythagorean theorem again. C is equal to square root of 950 squared plus 120 squared. And I'm going to put my calculator in math type to see if, math print, to see if that is going to come up with something cool or not. It probably won't. Square root of 950 squared plus 120 squared, close parentheses. Syntax error. There, no close parentheses. Okay. So I get 957.54. I'm only going to keep 3 significant digits, so I'm going to call it 958 yards. All right, then this time I'm going to go with tangent. So the tangent of A is 120 over 950, implying very strongly that A is going to be the arctangent. Why am I using the arctangent for? 120 over 950. Well, because I can. Arctangent 120 divided by 950. 7.2 degrees. (7.2 degrees), implying that B had better be 82.8 degrees. Well, I could have used the sine or the cosine function because I have the hypotenuse, but the hypotenuse is something that I calculated. I don't have to calculate the A or B side, which are used in the tangent function. So if I made a mistake doing the Pythagorean theorem thing, I didn't want to have that mistake go forward. But I could have said cosine A is 950 over 957.54. A is the arc cosine 950 over 957.54. I could have done that. Cosine 950 divided by 957.54. And I would have gotten the same 9.19. But this, before I had 7.199, now I have 7.4949. So if I was only going to keep 2 significant digits, I'd still round up to 7.2. But I try to stay away from using numbers that I have calculated to get the next answer if I can. And in this case, I can. Okay, number 14. And have my same picture again. This seems to be boring. Is this boring? 25550 kilometers. Like that's almost the circumference of the Earth, almost, right? I mean, 1, 3. Where'd you get numbers like this for? I mean, we don't even fire our nuclear weapons this far. What good is that? Okay, so we want to know little a, actually little b, a, b, and we want to know a and we want to know b. So those are the things that we want to know. We'll use the Pythagorean theorem and say little b is square root of 25550 squared minus 13520 squared. Second function, square root 25550 squared minus 13520. It's 30. 30. Probably won't make any difference. Bummer. What a mess. What a total mess. So much for control of the computer. All right, a little better. All right, so where were we? 5550 squared plus 13530 squared equals. That's where we were. And if I hit the square button, then I get 21673, and so we'll keep 21670. 21670 kilometers. Okay, I'm going to use the sine function, the sine of A, 13570 divided by 25550, implying that A is equal to the arc sine 13570. It's not 70, it's 30. Where did 7 come from? 30 divided by 25550. We'll call it 32 degrees. No, we won't. Find each side to 4 significant digit and each angle to the nearest hundredth of a degree. We're going to actually read the instructions and do what it says to do. I know that's foreign to most of us, but especially me. 31.98 degrees. Okay, so 31.98 degrees. Okay, so 90 minus the answer, it would be 50.02. 50.58. 58.02 degrees. Okay, so that's how we would do that. If I wasn't reading the instructions, I might do something different, but seeing that I read the instructions, I guess I have to do that. Doing number 18 next. Why don't they give me one with an angle? Wouldn't that be more fun? A, B, C. 3, 5, 1, 2. That's 3.512 miles. 5.205 miles. Okay, so we need little b, we need big A, we need big B. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for little b first. Little b, square root of 5.205 squared minus 3.512 squared. Anybody want to know why I'm putting a negative sign there?
You got to subtract. In order to find B, you got to subtract the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's perfectly okay for me to do that?
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't pulling any wool over the eyes of anybody in the room. 3.841, 3.842 miles. I'm going to round it up that way. 3.842 miles. I guess I'll use sine again. Sine A, 3.512 divided by 5.205. A is the arc sine of 3.512 divided by 5.205. Probably just do that part in your head, right? Probably. And just put in your calculator the right thing. 3.512 divided by 5.205. 42.43. 42.43 and that's A, 42.43 degrees, and then I'd subtract it from 90. 47.57. 47.57 degrees. All right. We should be able to do these in our sleep. Well, as long as we have a right calculator, right? If we have a dumb calculator that's going to have the buttons are too close together or something, then we'll never get the right answer. But as long as we have the right calculator, it shouldn't be a problem. Number 20. Find two significant digits on the sides and the angle to the nearest degree. Now that's my type of problem. Much better instructions. All right, so I've got 30 degrees over here. I have 90 there, so that means I have to have 60 over here. So I can just write down that B is equal to 60 before we ever start. And A is 15. And the sine of 30 is a half, so that means this side's got to be 30. C has to be 30 feet. And then all we have to do is get the A side. So A is equal to square root of 30 squared minus 15 squared. Square root 30 squared minus 15 squared. 15 square root of 3. Very good. 15 square root of 3. And we probably want to make that be a real number. Thank you very much, Math Print. Well, that was good. Now we're back to classic. But I went and took it out of my calculator, so I'm hosed again. 15 times the square root of 3. 26. 26. A, little a. Little a, 26 feet. Okay. That was all right. I'll do 25. Well, we got to do 26. Okay, we'll do 26. 26. Right triangle, 0.44 miles, and little a 3.63 miles. So we want little b, a, and b. And we don't want very much of them, we just want a little bit of them. Okay, so little b, square root of 0.44 minus 0.36 squared. Square root of 0.44 squared minus 0.36 squared, close parentheses, boom. Two significant digits, 1/4, 0.25. Looks like an arcsine function, so we'll use A is the arcsine of 0.36 over 0.44. Um, 55 degrees. 55 degrees. 55 degrees. So this guy's got to be 35 degrees, and we are done with 26. 27. 4 significant digits, and we want the answer to the nearest second. Okay, well, that's what you want. You want it to the nearest second. Okay. All right, we'll do, well, I guess we got to do 27. So we'll do 27. Okay, so I got a triangle. I know that B is 37 degrees 41 minutes, 30 seconds. And little a, 1753 meters. Okay, well, that's fine. And we want to know big A, little b, little c. So I guess we'll go with big A first. All right, so big A is going to be 30 seconds, and what's that going to be? 49? No, 48. 48 minutes, and this is going to be 52 degrees. All right, so I got 30 and 30 is 1. I add 1 to this guy, and that's 48 and 42, which is 0, 1 to carry. I carry 1 to that guy, and I get 90 degrees.
How did you get the 48 from the, you got 41.
Yeah, well, when I check my work, yeah. So I knew it was 30 seconds because I have 30 seconds here. If I'm subtracting this number, I'm going 90, and I'm subtracting 37, 41, 30.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to borrow, right? So I'm going to say that's 89, and this is 59 minutes and 60 seconds. And then I'm going to subtract from 37, 41, 30. All right, and then I'm going to get 30 there. I'm going to get shit. As I was saying, this is obviously 8. Is that what you're complaining about? That has to be 18?
No, I was just trying to figure out where you were getting your 52, 18, and 30.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were subtracting it from 90.
Yeah, I'm subtracting it from 90.
But anyway, you were wrong.
Yeah. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Yeah, I'll be sure to take that under advisement. Okay, so anyway, that's how I did it, but I did it wrong in my head. But that's how I would have to do it if I was going to do it right. All right, so now the issue is I need something else, right? So I'm gonna say, well, let's go with the tangent of A. Okay, so the tangent of, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to tangent with B. Tangent of B. So the tangent of B is going to be opposite, which is little b, divided by adjacent, which is little a. And then I'm going to say A is equal to B divided by tangent B. Okay, do I know B? Bummer. I know A. Okay, so I know A. So B is equal to A tangent B. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So B is going to be 1753 tangent 37 degrees 41 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. Now I'm going to go make my calculator do that directly. So I'm going to go 1753 times tangent. And then I'm going to go 37. And then where do I get the degree guy in math, right? Math, degrees. And then I'm going to put 41, go to math, degree, minutes, seconds, and go to minutes. And then 30, math, degree, minutes, seconds, and put in seconds. So I'm putting in my calculator tangent 37 degrees, 41 minutes, 30 seconds, hitting the return button, and I get that little b is 1354.46. and I'm supposed to keep it to 3 significant digits. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 4. 1, 3, 5, 4, and we're in meters. We're in meters. All right, so now the issue is how am I going to get C? I think I'm going to use the cosine function. So I'm going to say, well, the cosine of B is going to be the adjacent side, 1753, divided by the hypotenuse. So the C, the hypotenuse, is going to be 1753 divided by the cosine of 37 degrees, 41 minutes, 30 seconds. And that way I don't have to use a number that I calculated to come up with C. Okay, so 1753 divided by cosine 37, go to math, degrees, minutes, seconds, 41, go to math, degrees, minutes, second, hit the 2 button, and then 30, math, degrees, minutes, seconds, hit the 3 button, close parentheses, boom, and I end up with 2215 meters. 2215 meters. Okay. Now, the other way I could do that is change my degree, minute, and seconds to decimal degrees and put it in my calculator that way, but it seems like this would be the easiest thing to do, so I think we'll just do that. Okay, so we'll do 28 next. So I'm doing the same thing, 4 significant digits to the nearest second, and I got that A, B, C, right angle. Little a, 28,570 feet. Little b, 37,550 feet. And we want little c, and we want big A and big B. So that's what we're looking for. We'll come up with C first. C square root of 37550 squared plus 28570 squared. 37550 squared plus 28570 squared. 47183, so we make it 47180. 47180 feet. We'll use the tangent function. The tangent of A is equal to the opposite, 28570 divided by 27550, 37550. So clearly implying that A is the arctangent of the argument. Okay, so arctangent 28570 divided by 37550. 37 point, well, we don't know that yet. So I got some answer. Okay, so I'm going to go second function answer, math, degree, minutes, seconds, convert to degree, minutes, seconds, enter. So A is going to be, you want me to put that down, what I did? 15 minutes, 57 seconds. Okay, so what I did is I had tangent, arctangent of that thing. So I went second function answer which is the negative key, not the minus key, but the negative key. And then I went math, and then I went to degree, minutes, seconds, and then I paged down until I got to convert to degrees, minutes, seconds, and then I entered, and that's what I got. All right, so now the issue is, why don't we just subtract it from 90? 90 minus the answer. All right, so I have 90 minus the answer, and I've got B is 52, 73, 4, 2, 2, 8, 3, 6. So I'm going to go second function answer, second function math. I hit the wrong button. Not second function. Second function answer math. That's better. Degrees, minutes, seconds. Come down to that guy, number 6. All right, so this guy becomes 52 degrees, 44 minutes, 3 seconds. If I could write minutes. All right. So we'll put those, we didn't put those guys up there, 52, 44, 3. 52, 44, 3. And 37, 15, 57. 37, 15, 57. And then we'll do an idiot check. That adds up to 60, so that's carry a 1. That adds up to 60, so we carry a 1. But that doesn't add to the right thing. What did we do wrong? It's supposed to be 37, not 13. 37. Carry a 1, now we're all set. Okay. Good enough? One more and then we'll go home. We'll do 34. I like the way this calculator solves these problems. Annette Hamilton taught this class last year, so I couldn't practice using my new calculator on Tech Math 2 stuff. But I like the way it's doing it. All right, well, so much for the editorial. We'll get the problem marked. Right angle, A, B, C, 75 degrees, 7 minutes, 8 seconds. Little b, 55.60 kilometers. All right, so we want to know A, we want to know little a, and we want to know little c. Let's see if we can get little a in our head. 8, so that's a 52 seconds. That's 1 to carry, so now I've got an 8 here. So that'd be 52 again, 52 minutes. And then I've got a whole 1, so this wouldn't be 15, it'd be 14. 14 degrees. So I think that would be correct for A. Add these two together, I get 1. Add those two together with the 1 carry over, I get another 1. Add 1 to these guys, and I get 90. Okay, so that's good. Let's use the tangent function. Tangent of 7 degrees, 7 whatever it is, minutes and seconds, equals the opposite guy, 55.6 divided by little a. Okay, so little a, 55.6 divided by the tangent of 7578. Okay, 55.6 divided by tangent 75, hit the math button, degree, minutes, seconds, got it in degrees, 7, Math, move over to degrees, minutes, seconds, go down to 2, put in an 8. Math, move over to degree, minutes, seconds, go to 3, close parentheses, enter. 14.77439. And we want this to 4 significant digits, so we'll make it 14.77 kilometers. All right, and then we'll use the cosine function. No, we won't. We use the sine function. The sine of 7578 is equal to what? What is it equal to? The sine function. Okay, so that'd be 5.0 divided by c, the hypotenuse. Okay. So c, the hypotenuse, 5.6 divided by sine of whatever that is. 5.0 divided by the sine of 75, hit the math button, degree, minutes, seconds. 7, hit the math button, degree, minutes, seconds, go down to minutes. 8, math, go to degree, minutes, seconds, come down to 3, close parentheses, enter. 57.53. 57.52949338. But we only want 4 significant digits. 57.53. 57.53 kilometers. We'll do an idiot check. The biggest angle, 90, is the biggest guy. The next biggest angle is the next biggest guy, and the smallest angle is the smallest guy. Idiot check works, and it must be true. Thus, we are done with, what are we doing anyway? 3-3.